Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's session, which is on reading comprehension. Now, this is our second session on reading comprehension. In our first session, we discussed about various types of questions and the strategy to approach them. In the next question, now in this session, we are going to basically study about how to tackle or how to deal with individual questions. So, yes, we are going to make ourselves familiar with two types of questions, that is specified idea questions and implied idea questions. Now, when I talk about specified idea questions, these questions are the easiest that a reading comprehension in the test can get. These questions basically ask you to check back into the text to see if the passage confirms a particular detail or refutes a particular detail. In fact, that is why these are called as direct questions. The answer is at times so obvious that you as students will feel there is some kind of a trick involved, some trick involved in order to, tempt you all. But no, you can clearly find out the answer if it is clearly stated. And yes, it will be stated in your uh, you could say passage, right, directly. However, you should not think that you do not have to apply your mind. Obviously, it's directly stated, but again, you need to read well and read the relevant part of the passage in order to get the answer. Correct? All right, moving forward, let's see an example. So a paragraph is given, and after this paragraph, you will have to find, certain answers for certain questions. So yes, let's read the paragraph. The Fertile Crescent has been called the cradle of civilization. The Fertile Crescent is that sickle-shaped area of land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. The water of these rivers changed the ancient desert into rich land with abundant crops. Many people believe that this is the land where man first settled down to farming after ages as a wandering hunter and later as a herder. Some even believe that the fabulous Garden of Eden was located somewhere in the Fertile Crescent. So we've spoken about Fertile Crescent, right? Now let's see further. So the Fertile Crescent is located in which of these areas? And I'm sure that it is answer C, because it is said that it changed the Asian desert. And if it changed the Asian desert, then obviously it is Asia. Next one, a crescent is shaped like a sickle, always fertile, round, deserted. Now again, what do you think would be the answer? Yes, shaped like a sickle, because it says sickle shaped area. The land between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers has good soil and abundant water for irrigation, is populated by hunters, was extremely overpopulated, is shaped like a full moon. It says he settled down to do farming, and water of these rivers changed the Asian desert into abundant crops. So yes, has good soil and abundant water for irrigation. So this is how you solve specified or direct idea questions. Now we move on to implied, which is indirect questions. So let us move ahead with indirect questions. So these are indirect questions. They are also called as inference-based questions. Okay. So indirect or inference-based questions. What is an inference? Basically, you try to find out something that is, stated, and you put your own experience. So something that is stated plus your own experience becomes an inference. So implied idea or inference questions ask you to make sustainable inferences based on the facts presented in the passage. So these questions ask you to make certain inferences based on the facts which are presented in the passage. You have to understand the facts presented in the passage, see the logic used by the author, and then decide which option can be reasonably inferred. So this is not a single step procedure. This is a twofold thing. When you first understand the facts, sorry, then go to the logic used by the author, and then decide which option can be reasonably inferred. Sometimes an inference idea question may also be accept questions, which means in which of these it is not a reasonable inference. So you need to find that out. The answer to implied idea question is not found merely evaluating the options. So it's not just that you evaluate the options and yes, you will get your answers correct. No, you have to go a little further. What you need to do is this way. This is a strategic process by first identifying the relevant part of the passage that can support the thesis. Read and understand the information clearly given in the passage. Once we've clearly identified and understood the relevant part of the passage, now we go to the options that can best support this information. The better I understand the relevant part of the passage, the better will be my inference. Without any reference to the passage, we'll just look at a question and we'll see what can be done with respect to this question. So from the passage, we might assume that in 1946, wheat men were. Now, this is not giving me any reference, but yes, in 1946, wheat men were. Let us now go and see how to approach such questions. So the clue in the question stem is wheat men in 1946. Now I will go on in the passage and narrow on down those parts where is or are references to Wheatman. So I will check at all those parts and I will see if there is any reference to Wheatman in 1946. I will also have to verify whether that reference is of that particular stated year or some other year, right? So I will have to check whether it's 1946 only or not. Then I will study all those facts that I have identified as relating to Wheatman in 1946. So evaluate the first option in the light of the data that you have identified. If you can sustain or which you can relate to the first option, you keep it. If you think that it is not sustainable, it is not relatable, you eliminate it. If you are in a fix, you don't know whether to eliminate or retain because you can't really, decide, you retain the option. That's how you go on eliminating or evaluating other options. How many options you've retained and how many ever options you're left with, that is how you mark your answer or choose your scoring option. Again, remember, this statement will definitely get you marks that an inference is completely and conclusively supported by the passage. So it is not completely from outside the passage. There are facts in order to support what you are inferring, right? Thank you very much, guys.